why don't we just get in to this absolute barn burner of a series? I know it's going to be hopefully a nice, long, juicy best of 5. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Gresfan, we've got the red Terran player. For the Shopify Rebellion, it's ByuN. His opponent in the lower right, in the blue, it's Cure. Still on the Team NV clan. I guess Cure is on... Is Cure on Abydos? I don't really know. I don't really know. He's in the Team NV clan because, you know, we still love Team NV. Oh, that's 2 Raxes from ByuN. Now, these guys, I imagine, play each other a lot. Practice, ladder, whatever it ends up being, tournament games. I'm sure they hit each other all the time. It can be a fun aspect and kind of an unfortunate aspect of having such a small Korean scene. We don't have a ton of the highest level Korean players, so if these guys want to practice TVT, there's only a few people to play against, and it's probably the people that are playing in the tournament. But that being said, could give us some wacky meta stuff between them, which could be kind of fun. Like, you never really know. Did Cure scout that Rax? No, he did not.
Command center upgrade complete.
I mean, he's going to spot it now. He's back in with the SCV. That's pretty crucial. He is going to lose his SCV. ByuN, he didn't send one across the map, so ByuN's just up a worker now, at the very least. But Cure knows what's coming. He knows it's 2 Rax. Oh, and Cure did a Reaper expand. This is actually kind of spicy. If this had been proxied, ByuN would kind of just win. It's not proxied, though. ByuN still definitely has the advantage here. But look at that. He's checking for a proxy Rax. He's checking to see what Cure's got going on. If he went across the map, I feel like he'd be in a great spot. ByuN's just going to take his own expansion here, but he needs to get something done. The longer he waits, the better this is for Cure, who's going to be able to get Cyclone out in a little bit here. I don't know. He's going to be able to get this base mining quite a bit sooner, too. It's crazy. Like, so I used to cast the EPT Cups back to back. I mean, I did that for like 100 of them. I would cast 2 of them back to back. Hold on, I'll talk about it in a second. The Reaper's gonna sneak right in. There's actually just no wall here at all. But who needs a wall? They're Reapers anyways. Marines trying to fight against this. They're just trying to buy time until the Cyclone gets out. But there's 4 Reapers. Can the Cyclone do this all on its own? One of the Reapers dies. It's just 3 now. Oh, but the SCV count is just dwindling right crazy right now for Cure. And any advantage he had from that faster CC is completely and utterly gone. 7 SCVs going down, plus lost mining time, plus the 5 Marines and a Reaper. This is insane value for ByuN right now, who's just ahead workers. He's mining from the low ground at the same time as his opponent. I mean, he's got to be so stoked on this. And the army supply is even. Like, they have like the same set of stuff happening. That being said, Cure's starport's a lot earlier, and he's got Cloaked Banshees on the way. So he's going to try to counterattack with some Cloaked Banshees. Now, ByuN should probably get into Ravens, but we'll see if that's where he ends up going with it. We have seen some Terrans play a no Raven style. And yeah, he's going straight to Reactor. This is actually really nice for Cure. It's going to end up working out really well for him. That being said, if a couple of Vikings come out and ByuN has some scans, it might not work out well at all. We'll just have to see. But yeah, I gotta say, the standing desk has really, really helped my energy levels. Like, whenever I used to cast this before, there'd be times where I was just straight up falling asleep. And I've been a little tired today, a little bit sleepy at points. But for the most part, like, we've gotten straight through this. And now 11 hours into the stream, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really good right now. It's also nice how good sitting feels after a stream that I've been standing all day. Used to be the moment I stopped streaming, I was like, I have to go walk. I have to go for a walk. Speaking of going for a walk, these SCVs are going to go for a cheeky little walk here. A few of them going to get taken down. ByuN was absolutely not ready for this Cloak Banshee. That being said, he's got a double drop heading in. Does Cure have anything to defend? He's got a few things. Is that Hyperflight Rotors? Oh my god, things are getting spicy. Okay. The double drop going to hit. The Hellions and Cyclone come over to try to push this away. SCV's getting pulled as well. A lot of workers going down on both sides here, but Cure losing way more as 10 of his SCVs get killed. But I think ByuN may have realized that it's mech through that. No, he didn't quite get over here to see the second factory. The Banshee might be enough to tip him off, honestly. Certainly Hyperflight Rotor Banshees will be enough. Oh, this depot. One day it'll be finished, I believe. ByuN does get out of there with the medevacs at the very least, and he killed a lot of workers, so he's ahead in SCVs. Both players have that third base done. Cure going to be able to catch up a little bit since that orbital was done sooner. He can also drop more mules because he doesn't have to worry about saving scans like ByuN does. ByuN kind of has to save a couple of scans around. He's not currently doing it, but I mean, there are Banshees here. They're about to be very fast Banshees. Woohoo! Look at them go. Yeehaw! That's what they doing. They yeehawing. I imagine Banshee pilots yeehaw. That sounds right to me. I would do a nice loud one, but it's 8 o'clock at night. It's a little late for the yeehaw. Ooh. Big tank shot there, but a couple SCVs going down. Widow behind, gotta be careful. Oh my god, that medevac's so low. 4 Banshees chilling in the map. Well, these Banshees gonna try to sneak in. Looks like they're gonna sneak into the main base. There is a turret here. Do 4 Banshees kill a turret? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes, but I guess we might find out here in a moment. Looks like they're not gonna go for it. Gonna go for the safe bet and kill the supply depot. Yeah. Well, the scan's gonna get the kill on that Banshee. The rest of these Banshees diving in on top of this. Another lock-on and another good scan. Oh, it just gets out of there. It just lives. ByuN's still posturing out here, but now, of course, he realizes that he's up against not Bio. He's seen enough not Bio to know that it is, in fact, some mech out of Cure. Cure's finally taking this third. He's had this orbital done for like 3 minutes. He's finally going to go take this third as he feels comfortable defending it. Oh, the Banshees, though. Oh, and those Banshees just not finding the value. 3 Banshees dead. They've certainly not gotten the value for 3 Banshees to die. And ByuN wants to put some pressure on him. Without those Banshees there, it's a lot easier for him to do so. These Hellions don't have Blue Flame either. All that money went into investing into those Banshees. And they are no longer here. They're no longer an issue that ByuN really has to worry about. There's just 1 left. Scan clears up that Widow Mine. Oh, that's a barracks. ByuN. Yeah, he's going for a drop. All right. One of these medevacs is so low. 25 hit points. Look, yeah, he moves it to the middle. He's like, just do a little of this. There is a Cyclone here to spot this drop. I feel like he might just be able to boost on in anyways. He gets locked onto, but he's just going for it. Into the main he goes. There's no tanks here. There's no defense here. One of the tanks sieges up for ByuN. Gets a couple of shots off, but it will get taken down. Tanks trying to come up into the main base. Mech is not great at dealing with this kind of stuff. Oh, and the stutter stepping Bio is just crushing these Hellions and Hellbats. Oh my god, and they're going to kill the tanks too. Guys, ByuN might just win right here. 10 SCVs went down through all of this, and the entire mech army gets killed. Well, I mean, that's just it. Yeah, ByuN's hitting the third at the same time, but even without that, ByuN was just 70 supply up. And that's going to do it there. In game 1, ByuN takes a strong one. Some decent moves from Cure, but I feel like just those Banshees just didn't work out for him the way he really wanted them to. Alrighty. Game number 2 is going to be on Royal Blood. How about a soft, sexy yeehaw?
Just for you, Tater Tutor. I'll give you a nice little yee and a little haw for you as well.
That was just for Tater Tutor. Nobody else gets to hear that. If you heard that, close your eyes, purge it from your brain. Didn't hear it. Didn't hear anything. That was even a free one. Nobody even paid for that. You guys are so lucky. Let's hop into game 2. I think we're all pretty lucky, considering how absolutely dope these players are. Spawning in the lower left-hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the red Terran player for the Shopify Rebellion. It's ByuN. His opponent in the upper right, the blue Terran. I think he's on Abydos. It's Cure. I don't really know if Abydos is a team or if it's just the group of like players. Yeah, I guess it is a team. Okay, a full-on team. Cure is on it. All right, excellent. There you go. Answers the questions. I kind of thought Abydos was like the Team NV is dissolved. Let's just still group together in like the same clan / team for Team League stuff. I don't know if that's true. It certainly could be. Oh no, dude. Damn, BattleNet is really crushing us today. And now it's Beowulf's other computer. Earlier it was the main Beowulf computer. Now it's his ops computer. At least he's got 2. You know, it's easy for one to just leave. So weird. We've had such issues with that today. I'm really happy it hasn't happened to me, knock on wood. And knock on my forehead. That's the real way to do it. Cure's going to SCV scout once again, and ByuN is once again going for 2 racks Reaper. But remember the last game, those Reapers ended up killing a lot of Cure's stuff, and putting Cure behind from the very get-go. I feel like that was really what ended up making, I don't know, it ended up making a big difference in the game. ByuN was able to win, not off the back of it, but it was the start, right? It was the beginning of the snowball. This game, Cure's going for a factory before CC, a much safer build, more standard build. And I like to see that he's doing that. I think this will work out better for him. That being said, we've got Reapers on each side here. As ByuN comes in one side, Cure going to go chase him away. Just have that Reaper on the left side as well. It looks like they'll join up. It's 2 Reapers here for Cure. Who wins this fight? Cure does. GG. Nice fight, Cure. 20 hit points on that Reaper even. Wow. Ooh, okay. ByuN going for a 2-1-1 before CC. This is kind of wild, actually. I don't think I have ever seen this. 2 racks Reaper into factory, into starport, into command center. I feel pretty confident in saying that is not something I've seen before. Ooh, this is looking good for Cure though with the double Hellion. The splits from ByuN pretty good, but I don't know if it's going to be good enough. It looks like Cure's going to just win that fight, and all this investment ByuN's doing, I feel like it just isn't working right now. Cure really wanted to kill that Hellion. I think that was a good idea, because that absolutely could have just been repaired. But I feel like keeping ByuN's army as small as possible is a good idea. I don't know if Cure realizes exactly what's going on in the main base, but he does see how late this command center is. Cure's turning into an orbital already. Why is ByuN so late? Well, that's because ByuN's going to drop 2 Reapers. Is this what's happening right now? Is he going to drop 4 Reapers in the main? this like a thing? This can't be a thing, right? So he's got the Hellions out front. He's building a Liberator behind this. Okay, ByuN is actually insane. He's putting so much investment into early game harass. He's down workers. He needs to get a couple of kills here. His CC is later. His mules are later. His income's going to be less for longer. He needs to get kills. 4 Reapers, 1 shots in SCV, I think. I guess we're about to find out. Tank's about to pop for Cure. It could be very nice. Yeah, nicely timed tank. Gonna force the lift up here. The Hellion's gonna dive in, try to get some damage in natural. I think they're gonna get too much though. Yeah, they get 1 SCV, not really worth that investment. And ByuN so far definitely hasn't taken great trades. I feel like it's even worse than this says. I don't know, for some reason. It feels worse to me. I think because he's invested so much in this harassment. He is getting a few extra kills now and hasn't lost any of these Reapers. Oh my god, with that medevac. Oh! Sorry, sometimes I just yell. Liberator coming in now as well. Could absolutely siege up right on top of this and wreak some havoc. Ooh, Cure. Looking for this medevac. Not going to find it as it comes back into the base. The tank is sieged up now, though. I think these Reapers got to get up into that medevac, but they're not going to be able to. A couple more SCVs go down as the Liberator sieges up in the main. Cure has not realized it yet, and he's going to take a couple of kills. 9 SCVs have now gone down. This investment's starting to feel a little more worth it for ByuN. But look what he has back at home. Okay. He's got a handful of Marines and a couple of siege tanks. But he doesn't have Ravens. That's kind of the biggest deal right now. These 2 Ravens for Cure, I feel like are going to show us exactly why you build Ravens early game in TVT. ByuN's again pushing out, this time with 2 medevacs of Marines. That leaves him with barely anything back at home. This might end up in a bit of a weird game. That Liberator died? Yeah, Liberator died. I mean... Nice unsiege on the tank. Ooh, it stays alive. Needs a little repair, love. Double medevac drop on the other side. Going to kill the siege tank. Stim is done. This Marine's going to do very well against the SCVs that are surrounding them. The Vikings trying to kill the medevacs, but so many workers dying. Cure is here putting pressure on, but it's slow pressure. He can't do that kind of fast damage. Cure's at 22 workers. If ByuN can get a few more units out, and maybe not sacrifice them into the tanks of Cure, I feel like ByuN can be okay. He's killing all of the SCVs. Cure just has nothing left. He's got nothing. What is this? 14, 13 workers. He's trying to run them away. He's losing SCVs. He's down to 8 SCVs. Cure has triple command center. He's moving in, but the SCVs are coming off the line. ByuN takes it. I can't believe that. Cure with the stronger army, the better army, the higher tech army. I think he had a better economy. Well, actually, it's slightly worse. He moves across the map, should have a great position. ByuN moves out with a bunch of units, and those units win the game. Those units won the game. Cure was like, I'm going to do a nice slow push. ByuN was like, I'm going to kill everything you have. Kill everything you've ever loved. Oh. Okay. Wow. Kind of rude, but okay. ByuN goes up 2-0 in this best of 5 and is suddenly on match point. It's kind of insane. I was hoping for a game 5 here, but Cure really has to pull it back right now. I don't know if he can do it. Well, we're heading to Ancient Cistern. Let's hope. Let's hope we can at least get a game 4 out of it. As much as I love this man in the lower left-hand corner, one of my favorite players, not just to watch, but also to interact with. He's just a lovely guy. In the lower left-hand corner, it is, of course, ByuN. As much as I love him, I don't want a 3-0 here. I want I want him to pull it back. In the upper right-hand corner, it's Cure. In the upper right-hand corner, the corner of the map? No? No? Question mark? Maybe not. Is ByuN going to open up 2 Raxes again? 2 games in a row now. He opened with the 2 racks. Won both times. I don't know, man. Seems to be working pretty well for him. I mean, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's funny now, ByuN opens 2 Rex Reaper in TVT and TVZ. You think he opens 2 Rex Reaper against Protoss too? Man, I wish we could watch him against the Protoss to see. I wouldn't even be surprised if he did. SCV gonna come in and scout again? Cure's like, are you? You are. You are. It's good. I mean, it's good that he scouts it, but it's still, that's lost mining time for Cure. But again, he's going factory before CC, so much safer build for Cure, similar to last game. Honestly, I can't believe ByuN won last game. He had so much investment into that harassment, which did like a little bit of damage, but honestly, the trades were in favor of Cure. And it was like, well, Cure's just going to have the better stuff. And he absolutely did. But it turns out, like, 12 Stim Marines sometimes can just kill everything in your base. And that was a real problem for Cure. Reaper Grenade actually hurting ByuN's own Reaper there. ByuN's second Reaper coming across. And, oh. Huge miss micro there from ByuN. Massive miss micro. Loses both Reapers. Very uncharacteristic of ByuN to have bad Reaper micro. This game, it's not going to be Starport before CC. Much more standard command center before Starport. Not investing so heavily in that harassment. But ByuN's just behind Cure. His CC is behind. His tech is behind. He's behind him in every way since he lost those first 2 Reapers. Cure's just ahead. I don't know if you can really do too much with it because moving across the map gives ByuN time to get like more units out, but I mean, I do worry a little bit for ByuN here as we head into the mid game. Cure's gonna try to bust up this ramp, but I think with the Reaper grenades and stuff, I don't think it's gonna really work. ByuN seems to be able to hold the top of that ramp. I guess Cure's CC wasn't that far ahead of ByuN's. I thought it was going to be a bit further ahead, but no. We have another Banshee opener here from Cure. Is he going to go Cloak again? Building up gas? Feels like he is. Reaper sneak into the main. Actually, no Cloak here for Cure is kind of nice. It means the Reapers won't scout it. So he could start it immediately after these Reapers go down. Cloak? Nope, doesn't look like it. All right. So Cure just building a single Banshee this time, I'm guessing. Not a huge investment into the Banshee. ByuN does have a Raven, so Cloak might not be quite as good as it was in game 1. And yeah, the Banshee's just going to go be annoying. It looks like Cure's going to drop a 3rd on location very quickly. Feeling confident that ByuN isn't going to be able to move out for a little while, and I think he's right. ByuN just started Stim. He literally can't, I mean, he definitely can't move out until that's done. He's getting Ravens and tanks, so he's not likely to do too much of a push in the next couple minutes. This 3rd base should be able to get up. Cure should be able to defend it with his own Ravens coming out, his own tanks coming out. And there's no 3rd anywhere in production for ByuN just yet. Cure taking a big lead. In terms of that economy, or he will in a couple minutes. It'll pay off in a couple minutes for him. There's that 3rd CC for ByuN. The Banshee going to come in, try to sneak off a few kills, keep that worker lead for Cure. That seems to be doing quite well. Now the repair here is super cute. Oh my god, the Banshee micro. Alright, he doesn't target the correct Marine, so maybe not the best Banshee micro in the world. Damages the Cyclone. The Banshee dies, but, you know, it got its job done. Did a little bit of damage, was very annoying. ByuN doesn't really know what's going on this side of the map anymore.
Armed and ready.
It's not particularly ideal for ByuN. Cure not going mech this time. Sticking with the Marine tank, the good old-fashioned. And it's a fairly even game. Cure is a bit ahead economically and should increase that gain a bit as this third base is done earlier. He can get mining from it sooner. His mining efficiency is going to be very good. He's also going to start up 1-1 a little sooner, but I don't think it's going to be much sooner, as I feel like the NG bays here are done for ByuN. But he's got to hit that 1-1 button. There it is. A little EA Sports. It's upgrade. It's close. It's like it's in the game. Upgrade in the game. You know, you got it. The hotkeys for 1-1 for Terran is EA, the default hotkeys. Pretty sure. I say that very confidently when I know that I'm terrible at remembering what hotkeys are for what. I don't know about you guys, but I hit buttons intuitively. I don't remember what hotkeys are for what a lot of times. Like my fingers know when I'm in game and I need to hit the button, I know what button to hit. But when I'm just trying to think about it, I'm always like, how do you make Marine? You're going to try to jump in on top of these tanks, but there are 4 of them. So he lifts up immediately and gets out of there. ByuN, in the meantime, is sending some Marines towards the top side. But Cure seems pretty well buttoned up here with the sensor tower and the Cyclone. The Cyclone on patrol should be able to catch one of these medevacs. Can they sneak around to the top side? No, they cannot. Oh, and gonna have to boost and drop on top of the Cyclone. Medevac gonna die with a few Marines in it though, so the Cyclone really does the job here before perishing. You know, if only we were also lucky. Get our job done before we die. Here's 1-1 finishes up. ByuN's not too far behind. Cure wants to try to push in and get some damage done, but decides to pull back. Players are playing very similarly right now. But Cure with that kind of earlier advantage does push it to an army supply advantage. He killed a few extra units, I think, as well. It's not that big of a deal, but it is something ByuN needs to be concerned about as we move forward. Now, both players are taking 4th bases on location. Again, it feels super mirrored between them right now. Very, very close. The upgrades are very similar. The base taking is similar. The numbers are similar. ByuN's a little bit ahead in the SCV count, but he is behind quite a bit of army. I've talked about it before. Being behind an army isn't like the biggest deal in the world in TVT, because a lot of that's going to be reflected in Marines. The tank count does matter more, as well as the Raven count. Actually, it kind of equalizes a little bit. ByuN should be able to shut down more of Cure's tanks. Ooh, and he's going to jump on this, get a couple medevac kills, push those Mariners away. But he doesn't have a lot of tank coverage on the right side for this 3rd base, and that's where Cure is really pushing from. That's where these 8 tanks are, and a ton of Marines. That first tank is going to get shut down immediately. Might be able to get out of there, but maybe not even. This base is getting tagged now. Ooh, something dropped on here. I'm not really sure. ByuN's going to have to just evacuate this base, losing some SCVs. Nice positioning from Cure, and in the meantime, he's stimming to the top side, takes down these tanks, and get pushed away by the Marines. But that's going to allow Cure to move up a little bit further and get on top of the production of ByuN. even dropping into the main base. There's the shutdowns from ByuN's tanks, but these tanks in the back, he wasn't counting on them. Oh my god, and Cure is just a monster here. He's got so much stuff, but these tanks that were shut down, the Marines get a spread. It's not good enough, and ByuN falls under 100 supply, and Cure holds this position. GG gets called, and we are going to a game 4. It ain't over yet. Hell yeah. Thankfully, Cure making a series out of this. No 3-0s in the finals today. Could he get the reverse sweep? We could see it. We could see it. It's certainly a possibility. We're getting into Babylon for game 4. Also, Bangori, that's really nice. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. I try to bring the good vibes. It doesn't always happen, especially if I'm playing StarCraft, but try to keep the good vibes in here. And I'm glad that you and some other people enjoy them. My casting is subpar, so the vibes gotta be above par, you know? I mentioned this before, but that doesn't make sense, right? Like, if your score is above par, that's bad. Like, subpar is good. It's a par 3, and you get a 2. That's subpar. It's below par. That's good. Below par is good in golf. Does par mean anything else? The only other thing I can think of, in lighting, so in theater lighting, there's different lighting instruments. You could have a scoop, which just kind of blasts everything with light. It's a good way to like wash stuff out with light. You could have what's called like a Lico, which focuses light in a very specific area. It's not quite a spotlight. It's very similar in that way. And you can kind of change what it's focusing on and the colors and stuff, but hang those. You can have a par can, another very common type of light. So maybe that's the kind of par we're talking about. It's like a par can. I don't know why that's called a par can. Usually those are kind of in between scoops and Licos, honestly. It's not super specific. It's a little more general, but it's not quite as big and open as a scoop. It's important lighting information for you guys to know while we're in between games here. But as we get back into the game, both of these players, if they were playing golf, would basically be holes in one all the time because they're so damn good at StarCraft. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Babylon, the Shopify Rebellion, it's ByuN. But would that mean they're below par? Because the phrase below par or subpar means it's bad. But these guys aren't bad. These guys are amazing. Lower right-hand corner, representing Abydos, it's Cure. I'm really glad Cure was able to take a map. It's a very solid map, too. I will say ByuN did open with some like heavy Reaper and some mismicro. He actually mismicroed the Reapers twice. The first 2 Reapers, he mismicroed both. Par just means average? So does par mean average and they use the term in golf? Or does par mean average because in golf, par is the average you're looking for? Is it like which one started? Was par a term that we used before and then they started using it in golf? I don't know. It could be. Maybe par is like an old word that they used to use that kind of meant like the average. Maybe the term below par or subpar predates golf. Honestly, now that I think about it, that makes the most sense. That they needed a term that was like the average, the solid. If you did worse than it, you did bad. If you did better than it, you did good. In golf, they like needed that term, and they used par because that was a term that had been used. But now it's like out of fashion, and we only use it in golf anymore. I don't know. Interesting. The etymology of words and phrases intrigues me. And it's not the first time I've said that. It won't be the last. I have a feeling you might be right. I bet you par meant something before golf was invented. Huh. Interesting. I'm sure we could Google it and find our answer, but I don't know. Would it actually tell us? Sometimes Google like gives you some basic info, but it doesn't really answer the question. Maybe we need to do a deep dive. Who's willing to watch the YouTube videos? You're gonna be the one to sneak in with the Reapers this time. Gets pushed out by ByuN. Let's talk about the game a little bit here instead of just talking about random things, as I often do. I'm sure I'll come back to it. Don't you worry. But Cure's the one being a bit more aggressive this time. Cure wants to put a little bit of pressure on. He's got that starport finishing up. His CC's a little bit later. Did he go starport before CC? I don't know. ByuN's playing a bit more safe, though, but it looks like ByuN wants to put pressure on. That's going to be a medevac. And ByuN is going to be heading across the map. I haven't seen this build in a minute. This used to be very, very popular, actually. These kinds of builds. Cure's doing a much more standard opener, but that means he might be vulnerable to this. All right, ByuN gonna move out. One tank, 4 Marines. He's got a couple of other units underneath to support as well. Don't have a tank out for Cure yet. In fact, he's not even building one. The lack of tank is really, really painful to deal with when you have a tank to deal with. ByuN's gonna get this sieged up on the ramp. It is in range of this CC. Starting to really put the pressure onto Cure. Put the screws to Cure. I think that comes from like ships, like old steamships and stuff. Putting the screws. Turning the screws. There's the shutdown on the tank. Cure gonna try to come in and push this away. The unsiege from ByuN is good. He needs to boost out of there, and he will boost out of there. Cure sends him away, sends him packing. ByuN being annoying there, but not really getting much damage done. He just damaged the CC, which actually is kind of fine. Cure doesn't really mind that too much. But it looks like ByuN's gonna go again. He's like, all right, round 2. This time, though, Cure has a siege tank, and he's got a double Raven. ByuN getting into his own Ravens. He's going to bring one across. ByuN going to move around the side. He's like, hey, you don't have a siege tank over here, do you? Nope. Cure immediately forced to cancel those buildings. Loses an SCV. ByuN's got to be happy with how this started. This follow-up push, that is. Cure does have another shutdown available to him, I believe. And ByuN unsieges and kills the supply depot. This is going very well for ByuN, keeping this pressure on. He's not doing a ton of damage, but it is just little bits of damage here and there. It's really, man, the trades are so small. He's going to try to hit the main now with this 8 Marine drop. There's a Cyclone here, though, so he needs a boost. He boosts away. He boosts away. Good moves. Back home, ByuN doesn't have a 3rd CC. Obviously, Cure has a 3rd CC as well. Both players just ready to keep on going, baby. Honestly, this game ends up being very, very close. It felt like ByuN might be able to sneak an advantage from that early pressure, but realistically, it's pretty much dead even. Okay, hold on. Chat's filling us in. Chat's been Googling the phrase par in regards to meaning average, as well as subpar and things of that nature, and it looks like par might be derived directly from Latin. and therefore predates golf by quite a bit. Ooh, we got a little ring around the rosy going on here. Cure caught in the middle of the map, pants fully down, third base exposed. Third base representing his buttocks in this case, as that is a dead base. Should be a dead base. If it shuts down on some of the tanks, the base is actually living for right now. It's so low, but it is going to stay alive. 3 tanks have been shut down here for ByuN. Cure's trying to get on top of this. Can his own tanks get shut down? Does ByuN have the ability to do that? It doesn't look like it, but ByuN's tanks come out of that interference matrix. The base is going to die. No. Cure, it's right here. Oh, no, the SCVs could have saved it, but he's too busy focused on the drop in the main, which is getting some damage, including killing another tank. 12 SCVs going down. The third base dies, and ByuN is now in a fantastic spot. If that third base lives, this game is playable. But as it is, Cure would need an incredible cleanup and an incredible push across the map, and he's just not going to get it. ByuN now has the Viking lead. He still has tanks here with support. He's got his third base up, mining 66 SCVs. 1-1 going to finish for Cure. He might be able to push this away. Oh, but it's so painful. A scan on the high ground to help kill these Marines, which are not able to reach the tanks. Oh my God. I mean, that's it. ByuN is ahead, 19 workers. Cure still has a surprising amount of workers, but the lack of the third base, ByuN's going to drop a fourth. Cure's on 2 bases. I mean, he drops a third again, but he's got to put pressure on. He has to go do something now, and ByuN has to know this. ByuN's going to spot this with the Vikings tagging one of the medevacs. Oh, he's looking for it. He's searching for it, and he's going to stop Cure from moving across. And this is the problem. Cure needs to move across. He needs to get damage done. This is not a game where he can just chill. He absolutely cannot. But ByuN is stopping him from pushing across, stopping him from getting that damage done, and just maintaining the lead. When ahead, get more ahead. ByuN listens to Artosis. We have confirmed that ByuN watches Artosis' stream and is undoubtedly listening to some beautiful Mario erotica at the moment. He knows it. He knows what to do. Cure's going to go for a big drop. He's got 4 medevacs fully loaded, locked and loaded, ready to go. ByuN's got units up to the top side. He wants to go stop this third from happening. His fourth is turning into a planetary. He's got a lot of units back at home. Oh, the big stim forward. SCV's getting taken down here. The base taking damage. ByuN going to try to jump on top of this. He's going to clean up the Marines. He's going to target the tank. He gets it. Oh, and I mean, Cure pushes it away, but 8 more SCVs going down. We've got a huge drop in the natural, but the Marines are here to push the medevacs away. And this is a planetary, and the siege tanks are coming down. Oh, no, the medevacs. The medevacs. I mean, they could drop, but they can't kill the planetary, and he loses a fully loaded medevac. And that's it. Cure just taps out. I mean, it was hopeless for a long time, but ByuN really, really made sure it couldn't happen. ByuN takes the 3-1 victory, and Cure, despite looking strong, despite taking down max packs, which no other Terran seems to be able to do, can't take down ByuN in the TVT. Wow.